Welcome. In the next few minutes, you'll discover the breakthrough assets and strategies that are transforming ordinary people into confident, future-ready investors. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, this is your roadmap to financial freedom in 2025 and beyond. Let's set the stage for your wealth journey. What if I told you that just 5 key assets could fundamentally reshape your financial future, starting in 2025? I'm not talking about a small improvement, but a complete paradigm shift. Imagine moving from a state of constant financial worry, stressing about bills, feeling trapped in a job you don't love, to a position of confidence, control, and genuine freedom. This isn't some far-off, unattainable dream. It's a tangible reality that a new wave of savvy investors are building right now. The economic landscape is shifting faster than ever, and with that change, incredible new opportunities are emerging that simply weren't available a few years ago. The only question is, are you prepared to seize them? And let me be perfectly clear, this isn't about the old, slow path of traditional stock market investing, where you park your money for 40 years and just cross your fingers. We're also not talking about gambling on the next volatile cryptocurrency, praying for a 100x return while risking a total wipeout. Too many people have been burned by the hype cycles and the overwhelming complexity of those worlds. The strategies we're discussing today are different. They are built on logic, control, and the creation of predictable, sustainable cash flow. Instead, we're focusing on the very assets that the truly wealthy have used for generations, now brilliantly adapted for the digital age. These are tangible and intangible assets that you own and control directly. Think of things like digital real estate that generates monthly income, automated e-commerce systems that make sales for you while you sleep, and valuable intellectual property that appreciates over time. The wealthy don't just rely on a salary. They build and acquire systems that generate income. They are actively buying assets that produce cash flow. And now, thanks to technology, these powerful opportunities are more accessible than ever before. So, in this video, I'm going to give you the complete blueprint. We will break down, one by one, the top 5 assets poised for significant growth in 2025. For each one, I'll explain the core mechanics, why it works in today's economy. But we won't stop at theory. I'll give you a practical, step-by-step action plan showing you exactly how to get started, including low-cost and even zero-cost entry points. Let's get even more practical. Here's how you can take immediate action. First, set a clear financial goal for 2025. Write down the exact amount of passive income you want to generate each month. Next, choose one asset from our list that excites you the most. Research 3 real-world examples of people succeeding with that asset. Then, block out 1 hour this week to take your first step. Whether it's opening an account, joining a community, or drafting your first business idea. Remember, progress comes from action, not just information. Even a small step today can lead to massive results by the end of the year. This isn't just another video to watch passively. Treat this as a personal wealth-building workshop. So grab a notebook, because these strategies could be the difference between another year of feeling stuck and the year you finally build real, lasting wealth. Are you ready? Let's dive into asset number 1. First up, the cornerstone of many great fortunes. Asset number 1, real estate. You might picture tycoons buying skyscrapers, but in 2025, that picture is outdated. The barrier to entry has been shattered. You don't need millions to start building your real estate empire. You can begin with less than the cost of a new phone. The first major benefit is cash flow. This is the money left in your pocket each month after collecting rent and paying all expenses, the mortgage, insurance, and maintenance. Imagine your property brings in $2,000 a month, and after costs, you have a consistent $400 left over. That's passive income hitting your bank account every single month, providing stability and fuel for your next investment. Let's look at a real-world example. Imagine you purchase a small rental property for $150,000. After collecting $1,500 in monthly rent and paying $1,100 in expenses, you're left with $400 in positive cash flow each month. Over a year, that's $4,800 in your pocket, money you can reinvest or use to cover other expenses. This is the power of cash flow. Steady, predictable income that builds your financial foundation. Next is appreciation. While cash flow pays you today, appreciation is how your asset grows in value over time. Historically, real estate values consistently trend upwards, driven by factors like population growth and inflation. The property you buy today could be worth significantly more in a decade, building your long-term generational wealth without you lifting a finger. But the real magic happens when you combine this with two other advantages: tax benefits and leverage. Governments incentivize property ownership, allowing you to deduct expenses like mortgage interest and even property depreciation, which lowers your taxable income. Then there's leverage, using the bank's money to control a large asset. With a 20% down payment, you can buy a $500,000 property, but you get 100% of the appreciation. If it increases in value by 10%, you've made $50,000 on your initial investment. That's a 50% return, a feat nearly impossible elsewhere. Let's go even deeper on leverage and tax benefits. Many investors use creative financing, like seller financing or partnerships, to reduce their own cash outlay. This means you can control valuable property with little money down, multiplying your returns. Plus, tax strategies like 1031 exchanges let you defer capital gains taxes when you reinvest profits into new properties, accelerating your wealth building. These tools are how savvy investors grow portfolios quickly, while keeping more of their money working for them. Let's break down a real-world leverage scenario. Imagine you put $40,000 down on a $200,000 rental property. The bank covers the rest. If the property appreciates by just 5% in a year, that's $10,000 in value on your $40,000 investment. Plus, you're collecting rent and enjoying tax deductions on mortgage interest and depreciation. This is how leverage and tax benefits can supercharge your returns, making real estate a uniquely powerful wealth-building tool. So, how do you start without a huge down payment? In 2025, you don't need to buy a whole house. You can start with fractional ownership through real estate investment trusts or REITs, which you can buy like stocks. Or use real estate crowdfunding platforms to pool money with others and buy shares in specific properties. You can start with as little as $100. This gives you the core benefits, cash flow and appreciation, without the headaches of being a landlord. You're an owner, not a manager. Here's a pro tip. Avoid the common mistake of putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. Whether you're buying properties or investing on a platform, spread your capital across different property types, residential, commercial, and in different geographic locations. This minimizes risk and builds a resilient portfolio that can weather any economic storm. Here's a real-world example. Many investors are turning to short-term rentals like Airbnb or VRBO. For instance, a two-bedroom condo in a tourist city can generate double the monthly income of a traditional rental, especially during peak seasons. This strategy allows you to maximize cash flow and adapt to changing market demand. Another example is house hacking. Imagine buying a duplex, living in one unit, and renting out the other. The rent from your tenant can cover most or even all of your mortgage, allowing you to live for free while building equity. This is a popular strategy for first-time investors. Commercial real estate is another powerful example. Small investors can now buy shares in office buildings, retail centers, or warehouses through crowdfunding platforms. These properties often have longer leases and higher returns, providing stability and diversification beyond residential real estate. Finally, consider real estate syndication. This is where a group of investors pool their money to buy larger properties, like apartment complexes. You can participate with a relatively small investment and benefit from professional management, shared profits, and reduced risk. The bottom line, with persistent housing shortages and rising demand, the fundamental value of real estate is stronger than ever. Whether you're buying a duplex or investing $100 in a REIT, you are positioning yourself to build lasting, tangible wealth and a secure financial future. Let's talk about asset number 2, online businesses and digital products. This isn't just about a side hustle. It's about building a digital empire from your keyboard. Think beyond the basics of Shopify stores and KDP books. We're talking about automated niche newsletters, high-value online courses, community-driven membership sites, and even simple software tools. These are businesses that live in the cloud, operate 24/7, and can be run from anywhere in the world. They represent a fundamental shift in what it means to own a business, trading physical inventory and rent for digital files and web traffic. So, why is this asset class so incredibly powerful? First, the barrier to entry has collapsed. It costs almost nothing to start. A traditional business requires thousands in capital for inventory, rent, and staff. A digital business can be launched with the cost of a domain name or even for free on platforms that only take a cut when you make a sale. This low financial risk means the barrier is no longer money. It's your creativity and willingness to learn. Let's get even more practical. Here are 3 real-world examples of digital businesses you can start today. First, launch a paid newsletter on a niche topic you're passionate about. Platforms like Substack make it easy to monetize your expertise. Second, create and sell digital templates or printables on marketplaces like Etsy or Gumroad. These require no inventory and can generate passive income. Third, consider building a simple online course or workshop using tools like Teachable or Kajabi. Focus on solving a specific problem for a targeted audience. Remember, the key is to start small, iterate quickly, and listen to your audience's feedback. Even a modest digital product can become a valuable asset over time. Second, you have absolute ownership. You own the platform, you own the customer list, and you control the income. You're not at the mercy of an employer's budget or a platform's algorithm change. You set the prices, you define the product, and you decide the direction. This is true financial sovereignty. For example, imagine you create a digital product like a productivity app or a set of design templates. Once built, these assets can be sold repeatedly with almost no extra cost. You control the pricing, updates, and customer experience. Many entrepreneurs have turned simple digital products into 6-figure businesses by focusing on a niche audience and delivering real value. The best part? Your business can run on autopilot, generating income while you focus on new ideas or enjoy more free time. And third, it scales without limits. This is the magic of digital leverage. A baker can only bake so many loaves of bread in a day, but you can create one digital product, one ebook, one video course, one design template, and sell it 1,000 or 1,000,000 times with no extra work. The cost to deliver the 1,000,000th copy is the same as the first, 0. Your asset works for you even while you sleep. So how do you start? Don't overcomplicate it. First, identify a problem you can solve, a skill you can teach, or a passion you can share. Second, create a minimum viable product. Not a 20-hour masterpiece, but a simple high-value solution. A 1-hour workshop, a 10-page guide, a pack of 5 social media templates. Use AI tools to help you outline, write, and design, accelerating your path from idea to launch. A common mistake is obsessing over the product and ignoring distribution. People think, if I build it, they will come. That's a myth. The expert tip is to flip the script. Build your audience first. Start a newsletter, a TikTok account, or a YouTube channel. Provide free value, build trust, and gather a tribe. Then simply ask them what they want to buy. This completely de-risks the process. You're not guessing what people want. You're creating a solution for an audience that already knows, likes, and trusts you. Let's look at a real-world example. Meet Alex, a former teacher who started a digital business selling online courses about productivity. With just a laptop and a passion for helping others, Alex launched a simple website and began sharing tips on social media. Within a year, Alex built an email list of 10,000 subscribers and created a flagship course. By listening to audience feedback and improving the product, Alex's business grew to generate over $100,000 in annual revenue, all while working from home and helping thousands of people worldwide. This is the power of digital entrepreneurship: low startup costs, global reach, and unlimited potential. Attention is the most valuable resource in the digital age. An online business is a machine for converting that attention into a tangible, income-producing asset that you own completely. Create once, publish widely, and earn for years to come. That's why online businesses are one of the single greatest opportunities to build wealth in 2025 and beyond. Asset 3. Dividend-paying stocks and index funds. Not flashy, but proven. Index funds like the S&P 500 give you exposure to the world's strongest companies. They offer consistent returns and passive income through dividends. Tip for 2025. Look for dividend aristocrats, firms that raised dividends for 25+ years. These tend to provide steady income and resilience in uncertain markets. For a low-risk foundation in 2025, include dividend stocks and index funds in your portfolio. Asset 4. AI and technology investments. AI is not the future, it's already here. Companies harnessing AI are seeing massive growth. The fastest adopters will dominate. You don't need to bet on startups. Consider AI-driven ETFs or tech giants like Microsoft and Google. Or own AI tools yourself to build businesses that scale faster than ever. AI is expected to disrupt trillions across finance, healthcare, marketing, and education. Owning a piece of that is crucial in 2025. Let's get even more practical with AI and tech investments. For example, you can invest in companies developing AI-powered healthcare diagnostics, autonomous vehicles, or cybersecurity solutions. These sectors are expected to see explosive growth as AI adoption accelerates. Another approach is to learn how to use AI tools yourself, like automating business processes, creating content, or analyzing data. Even small businesses can now leverage AI to boost productivity and profits. The key is to stay informed, follow industry news, join tech communities, and experiment with new tools. Whether you invest in stocks, ETFs, or your own skills, being proactive with AI and tech can set you apart in 2025 and beyond. Here's a practical way to get started with AI and tech investing. Identify a sector you believe will be transformed by AI, like healthcare, logistics, or finance. Research leading companies in that space and track their AI initiatives. Consider starting with a small investment in an AI-focused ETF to diversify your exposure. If you're hands-on, experiment with AI tools yourself. Try automating a simple task or analyzing data for a side project. The more you understand the technology, the better your investment decisions will be. Remember, the winners in this space will be those who stay curious, keep learning, and adapt quickly as new opportunities emerge. Asset 5 may surprise you. Cash flowing skills. Skills can't crash or be taken away. Valuable skills in 2025 include digital marketing, AI automation, and prompt engineering, copywriting and content creation, sales and negotiation. Learning one of these can launch a side hustle or freelance business that pays thousands per month. Remember, money follows value. The more valuable your skills, the richer you'll become. Treat skills as assets and invest time like capital. Quick recap. 1. Real estate. 2. Online businesses. 3. Dividend stocks and index funds. 4. AI and tech. 5. Cash flowing skills. Case study. Meet Jamie, who started with just $500 invested in a mix of real estate crowdfunding and digital products. By consistently learning and taking small actions each week, Jamie grew that initial investment into multiple income streams, earning over $10,000 in passive income within 2 years. Jamie's story proves that you don't need a fortune to start, just the willingness to act and adapt. If Jamie can do it, so can you. Before you go, take a moment to reflect on which asset resonates most with your goals. Write down one small action you can take this week, whether it's researching a property, starting a digital side project, or learning a new skill. Remember, wealth is built step by step, and your journey starts with a single decision. Stay focused, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Your future self will thank you for the action you take today. You don't need all 5. Pick 1 or 2, get started, and stay consistent. If this helped, like, subscribe, and comment which asset you're starting. Best time to build wealth was yesterday. Second best time is right now.